The sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is like Safina to Nuh. It's like the ship of Noah. Whoever embarks it will be saved, and whoever leaves it off will be perished.
مولده بمكة المطهرة هجرته لطيبة المنورة بعد 40 بدأ الوحي به ثم دعا إلى سبيل ربه 10 سنين أيها الناس اعبدوا ربا تعالى شأنه ووحدوا.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يقول الله تبارك وتعالى من كان يريد حرث الآخرة نزد له في حرثه. Whoever wants a portion of the akhirah, whoever Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala guides to want something in the akhirah, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala is going to increase it for him. And a sign that Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala wants good for an individual, my dear respected brothers and sisters, is that an individual, he does good after doing good. And it is a sign that an action is accepted if you come with good afterwards. We have just completed the month of Ramadan, my dear respected brothers and sisters. And the Prophet ﷺ, he said, من صام رمضان, whoever fasts the month of Ramadan, ثم أتبعه ستا من شوال, whoever fasts the month of Ramadan, then in the month of Shawwal he fasts 6 days, كان كصيام الدهر. It is as if this individual fasted a dahr. What does a dahr mean? The scholars, they differed. Some of the ulama, they mention that a dahr is a lifetime. The individual will get a reward as if he fasted a lifetime, which is in accordance to the linguistic meaning of a dahr. But the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned يعني صيام شهر رمضان بعشرة أمثالها, that the fasting of the month of Ramadan is times by 10. So we fast 1 month, but we will get the reward of 10 months. And the Prophet ﷺ said, وَصِيَامُ سِتَّةِ أَيَّامٍ بِشَهْرَيْنِ فَذَلِكَ صِيَامُ السَّنَةِ. And then the Prophet ﷺ, he mentioned that the fasting of Shawwal, these 6 days, it is equivalent to 2 months. فَذَلِكَ صِيَامُ السَّنَةِ. And what did he call it? He said صِيَامُ السَّنَةِ, the fasting of a year. So we fasted 1 month, we get the reward of 10 months. We fast 6 days, we get the reward of 60 days, which is 2 months. 10 plus 2 is 12. صِيَامُ السَّنَةِ كَانَ كَصِيَامِ الدَّهْرِ بِمَعْنَى صِيَامُ السَّنَةِ. The individual will get rewarded the fast of an entire year. Wallahu Akbar. And the scholars, they differed when it comes to the fasting of these 6 days, whether it's wajib, sunnah, disliked. For the example of Imam Malik, he said, مَا رَأَيْتُ أَحَدًا مِنْ أَهْلِ الْعِلْمِ يَصُومُهَا. He did not see an individual from the people of knowledge that would fast these days of Shawwal in fear that the people would think that it is wajib. So they used to leave it off. But it is an established sunnah. Just because they left it off, لَمْ يَكُنْ تَرْكُهُمْ دَلِيلًا. Just because they left it off does not mean that it is a proof. Rather, it is an established sunnah, as we have seen in the authentic hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. And these 6 days, my dear respected brothers and sisters, as the ulama, they mentioned, the best time to fast these 6 days is after Eid al-Fitr. One comes right after. Just like if an individual prayed his salah, he does his dhikr, he would come with the nafilah. That is the best time to do it. And these 6 days, my dear respected brothers and sisters, do not have to be consecutive, one after the other. One can fast them on the Mondays and Thursdays, can fast them day on, day off, can fast them so long as they're in this month. And another discussion arises. What happens if I have days to make up from the month of Ramadan? Do I make them up first? Do I have to make them up first? Or can I fast the 6 days of Shawwal? The scholars, they differed. Some, they mentioned, the Prophet ﷺ said, من صام رمضان ثم أتبعه the one who fasts the month of Ramadan. So the one who has days to make up, they consider him to be an individual who did not fast the month of Ramadan. So it's upon him to make up his qada. And then he could fast the 6 days of Shawwal. Other scholars, they mention that this ثُمَّ أَتْبَعُهُ is not in terms of the completion of Ramadan. And likewise, al-qada, coming up and making up the days that you have missed, is muwassi'. It is vast. It can be done up until the next Ramadan. And there's a discussion in that with the scholars. But until the next Ramadan, he has all that time to make up his days of Ramadan. And in terms of the days of Shawwal, it's muqayyid. It is specific and only to this month. If you do not come with it in this month, it is not accepted. So they say that which is vast, you can leave it off and do that which is muqayyid because it is specific to this month. And they also mention that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, if an individual has qada to make, it is because of a udhr, a reasoning that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gave him. He was traveling, she was on her menses, he was sick, she was sick. So because of that, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala gave them an excuse. And an individual who has days to make up from traveling, menses, whatever the case may be, we would not consider that individual as someone who did not fast the month of Ramadan. Why? Because they had an excuse. If someone traveled and he's not fasting, we're not going to say, oh, that brother did not fast the month of Ramadan, or that sister did not fast the month of Ramadan. We would still consider them to fast the month of Ramadan. So because of that, they say that even men sama Ramadana, they would still qualify under those people who have fasted the month of Ramadan. على كل حال الأمر واسع. The 6 days of Shawwal, it is a sunnah, it is mustahab for all of us to rush and try to establish. And it can be done consecutively, which is the best, or it can be split up. And it is better, no doubt about it, to come with the qada, the days that you have missed, and then fast the 6 days of Shawwal. And this is a beautiful opportunity that we should not miss. And a sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, siyamu sana, fasting an entire year. هذا والله أعلم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه.